let me just turn this around. Here I am at Hull, in Hull. Just starting to gather for this demo. United Hull. And it's about opening back up Operation Marksman for the girls that were groomed. And he is Ian, the organiser. I've just gone live.
Just gone live.
So, do you want to say a few words, Ian? Where we are and what you're expecting of the day?
Yeah, warmer weather would be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Here we are at West Park in Hull, just getting ready. Obviously, it's a bit early at the moment. People starting to show up. Good feedback. I think we're going to have a very busy day, hopefully. We've had a bit of a backtrack from the police. They're now working with us instead of against us, which is always good and unusual. Yeah, I don't know really what else to...
Sorry.
Where are you? Yeah, what else do you want to know?
Right, so we're here at the stadium.
Yeah.
On the edge of the park, and there's some weird and wonderful animals over there, the ostrich and the kangaroo thingies.
Not the weather for kangaroos,
no,
you wouldn't have thought.
Not really. And there's a few more animals over there, look, can you see? No, I'm only joking, fellas. But so we're going to leave here at 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock approximately, yeah.
Give everyone a chance to get here. How far from the town are we?
It's about a mile. It's about a mile walk. One road, which is a bonus now. Yeah.
Are we just going down that straight road?
We're just going down that one straight route, yeah.
Right, and then we're going to gather at...
Queen Victoria Square, so we're approximately 12 o'clock, depends on who's with us and how fast they walk, really. And obviously we've got to negotiate the junctions, but yeah, planning about 12 o'clock at the square. And obviously then there's the speeches.
Yes. How many people have we got so far?
Speeches, 4.
4, alright then. We might get more on the time.
There is a couple of people that have already requested that they speak. A couple of survivors.
Good.
They want to actually say something. They've been thinking about it all week.
Brilliant.
Just been talking to one now and she's riled herself up to do it.
Brilliant.
She feels it's a release. She's finally seen somebody who's actually believing what these girls have been through and gone and done. Up to now, everybody's just dismissed everything they've said.
Yeah.
They've had no support, in theory, from any of the organisations, the police, social services, councils. They're all saying we're supporting West, but they're not.
Ironically, Sky News have been the best form of support they've had,
Every single one of the girls have said to me that Sky News have been absolutely brilliant.
That's a bit of a turnaround, isn't it? From sabotaging other things. But
well, I've got to say also a great big thank you to the Maggie Orland Foundation. Obviously they're really supporting the girls as well.
Brilliant.
So in the last 2 months since we started this, the amount of support the girls are getting from outside of the authorities has been growing, and I think it's about which you'll hear on the speeches I've got later. The MPs are just pushing it. They're just not interested. They're saying they're doing all the right things. They're obviously not. They're not, because they're just not. They're all, we're against grooming gangs, we're doing the best we can. Well, the best isn't good enough, obviously.
I think we're finding out with it wherever we look in the towns and cities that are being affected by all of this, the same stories, aren't they?
It doesn't matter where we are, Hull, Rochdale, Manchester, London, Birmingham, every city is exactly the same. But there's one of the survivors from this operation doesn't actually lives in a town outside of Hull, a little seaside town, and it's not very big whatsoever, and it's going on in their town, and not one of them in that town actually knew about this. You know, I've had people from this town saying to me, well, we didn't even know.
Yeah.
You know, they actually, now they know more about it, they're thinking to themselves, this could happen anywhere, we're just oblivious to this.
Yeah. And that they target these little towns, don't they? Because the kids are bored, they're hanging about the streets.
But that's it.
They've always been pretty safe.
You can go back to the old cliche of the youth clubs closing down, things like that. You know, as simple as a youth club for the kids somewhere to meet. Where do they meet now? Outside takeaways, on street corners, parks in middle of nowhere. Easy pickings for these people, these perpetrators.
And the youth club I used to work in at Whitby when I was working with the council was it's now a wine bar.
Yeah.
So
it says it all, doesn't it? It says it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And, you know, they eventually they will seep into every little town if it's not stopped. And
if they've got a way in, they'll get in. If they notice that the police aren't, a lot of these smaller towns as well, and especially the villages, don't even have a police
No, they
station.
don't.
They'll maybe see a copper once a month. You know, they aren't even on the main bus route. It's of these places that they target because they know that they're not going to get caught.
Yeah. And they turn up in the flash cars and
Yeah, oh look, a man who
yeah, do you want to go for a
BMW
little
or
ride?
Mercedes or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this flash car. Come and sit in my car and let me take you for a drive.
Yeah, and what young teenage girl that's kind of
Vulnerable.
vulnerable because they're hanging around the
Impressionable.
street anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, they want to be all grown up. They've got this pseudo maturity. A lot of them when they've been neglected a little bit
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah.
they don't look at themselves as 12 and 13 year old, do they?
Think,
And
you know,
but for the count to get to the raping bit, it's against the law, isn't it?
it is
Because
against
they're
the law,
under
simple
16.
as. Well, rape,
So,
rape's
whether
against the
they
law, doesn't matter what
consented-
age.
But if they say that the point is if they're saying they're consenting at 13, 14 to get away with not doing anything about it, well, they're not at the age of consent.
Exactly. But it's,
So therefore, that's
it's
you
the
know,
same as voting. The government say that they aren't of right age to vote until they're 18.
why? Because they're not able to make an informed
A formal
decision.
Yeah,
So-
this is.
But yeah, it is. It's because that's an excuse, isn't it?
Yeah.
They choose to go.
Choose to go. Yeah, that's
Well,
one
what
of the
about the grooming process of threats and
Yeah.
you know
big- Yeah,
manipulations and physical abuse and everything else? It's just
yeah.
you know that's not really a choice, is it? When
It's
you
not-
think that
it's
your
not
house
there.
is going to get burned down or
Yeah.
your little sister's going to get raped.
Yeah. That's it, exactly.
So yeah, you can tell I'm on one already today, can't you?
And it's only early.
You're in for a treat when I get to my speed, aren't you?
Yeah.
No, I'm alright. Like it's just cold. I'm trying to warm myself up.
It is. We'll have a chat.
Oh look, they're all gathering. Look,
Start
with the wheelbarrows and that. They don't know what to do. I think they were looking over, thinking, look, they're talking to the liaison officer over there, isn't it? Is that the liaison officer?
Yeah.
So they're talking because they were on phone. They were like looking over. Oh my word, they've put a sign on that fence. What should we do about it? But it's like, what's going on? I'm going to talk to. Hello, I'm live on Children Matter News. You've come a long way today, haven't you?
I have come away from Kent,
Yes. Set off early.
4 o'clock this morning.
Yes.
Yeah,
Up before the birds.
yeah, worth it. Because we need to bring attention and have Operation Marksman reopened to get justice for these girls, don't we?
Sorry, I haven't introduced you, Karen.
Oh, sorry.
Go on, you tell them your name.
My name's Karen.
I have just said Karen, but yeah.
Away already. Yeah, as I said, you know, enough's enough really. This is happening all over the country, as we know. I mean, we've stood alongside each other before. We've got Rochdale, Rotherham, Manchester, Sunderland, London, everywhere.
Yeah.
Hull's no different to what we're seeing in these other cities and towns. So it needs to be stopped. We need to do something about it, especially not for the victims. And you know,
You've been communicating with Ian, haven't you, when he sort of got involved with all this, because
Yeah.
he's quite new to it. Although he's gone to other demos for other things. I know he came over to Sunderland with us that time. But you've been advising him and talking to him about what's going on in other areas, haven't you? Because you
yeah, we've been there, haven't we? We've seen it happening all over the country, as I
Yeah.
just said, and unfortunately, this is no different to the cases that we've seen all over the UK.
yeah.
When's it going to stop?
And they say they're communicating with. I know you're going to read some things out today, aren't you? And some statements from the girls.
Yeah,
and
very-
Ian was just saying that some of the girls want to speak. Some of the survivors want to speak as well. So
They did.
so that's
did.
good.
I mean, it's all about protecting the girls as well. So, you know, we have to do what's best for them. They're already vulnerable, as we know.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's an army, as we've just discussed, behind them today. But we have to make sure that when we walk away, that they're safe.
Yes.
You know, and that
Definitely.
things are put in place to protect them. And that then things should have been put in place by the authorities, by the police,
I know.
by the council.
They're let down badly, aren't they, all the way along
Yeah,
from
we
this?
shouldn't have to be here doing this. That should have been done for them.
Yeah,
So let's hope we
definitely.
see some changes from today.
Okay, well, nice to see you as
And you.
always, and I'll catch up with you soon. These are all the stewards. Hello, how are you? Don't you be hiding from me, you. How are you doing? All right.
Bad, yeah. Cold, isn't it?
It's bloody freezing. Sorry, I'm live. People don't like being on camera.
Poland this year?
No.
No.
Do you know what? My passport's run out.
Was it?
No. Katie said hi.
Hi, Kate, you alright?
I'll turn you back. Children Matter News.
Hi.
I did say. But no, I've not met Phil's coming, but he will get his way. He's going to have to make his way, I don't know.
Oh, she would have picked him up.
Oh, have you? I don't know what time he's getting in. Oh, could you? Yeah. Have you got his... Can you get...
Got it on your phone, you can't get to it.
Tell him to bloody reply to my message, says Katie.
Tell him to send me Phil's number.
Send Phil's number so that he can go pick him up from station. Doing over here. All right.
Oh.
Look at all these people come out on a freezing day as well, innit? Look at you, it's shorts on. I've got to get that.
From a poor upbringing.
Eh?
We didn't have long trousers when I was.
Were you brought up in North East or what?
I didn't have long trousers. Never wears long trousers. We had frost on the inside of the windows.
Aye, we did too. We did too. Metal framed
I
windows.
know.
Coal fired to keep the whole house warm.
It's all right.
Good old days, eh? Right. It's cold, isn't it? Oh, sorry, love. There is it. Hi. Anybody want to speak? I'm live. Anybody want to say a few words about why they're here or out? No? Everyone's like that. No, don't come near me. You do?
Let's hang all the Muslim perpetrators, and I'll hang a lot of them. Personally, you won't put that out, will you?
I'm live. It's on.
Is it?
There's no. Hey, Truth
Yes,
Channel.
all
This
the
Truth Channel.
coppers are doing nothing. The Labour Council are doing nothing. The people of Hull want to make a stand,
Absolutely.
but we want to save these girls if we can, and we want to stop it now. So
And if they don't do the job,
yes, we will do it for them.
yes.
Okay, darling, that's enough.
Thank you very much. Hello. What the hell are you doing here? Hello. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I don't think many watchers anyway. Well, I'm alright, are you? Yes. I've seen you for ages. You're a bit slimmer than last time I saw you. I've been losing some weight. You should say that. Yes, that's me. Yeah, you did. I've got a tooth less than when last time you saw me. No. Yeah, no. Just rotting. No, I think I'm going to put it on pause for. Right. Stop it. I'll have to come back on in a bit. I'll start it up again. There's not much going on just yet, and I don't know what I'm doing to pause it. How do I pause it?